fantastic game. I would recommend you watch that one. It was pretty fun. And a good game out of both teams, despite Wind and Rain still dying there near the end. This J178 will pick up the Willow. So it looks like the 3-4-5 here picked by probably both teams. I mean, it's most likely going to be a safe lane Lesh, to be quite honest. I'm sorry, a mid lane Lesh. But that can always change if the Pugna's picked up here, which it looks like maybe J178 are preparing for. I don't know who else you would pick, or why you would ban those illusion diffusal carrying heroes that are going to be very strong against someone like a Pugna. One, they have the slow on the diffusal blade, and two, all those illusions hitting them with diffusal all do the full damage because of the mana removed rather from the diffusal. So potentially very strong.
Weaver.
Especially because the well, then again, like, sure, diffusal carriers are pretty good against Pugna, right? But he does pretty good against illusion heroes too, especially if he gets an Ag, so that just instant kills illusions, right? Much like a Mana Void or a Hex would. And he's also got Nether Blast, which is, I mean, it might be hard because he wants to do single target damage, but also can clear illusions sometimes. In any case, the Weaver will get picked up, has a Mana Break talent, so interestingly enough, so maybe they're expecting some sort of shenanigans here, perhaps throwing J178 off the ball, but it's a very strong hero. Wind and Rain picked it up last time. It was a Nefrit Weaver, so it's likely going to be a Nefrit Weaver again, delegating Lesh either to the 4 role or the mid lane, so nice flexible pick there in the Disco Pony. Change name Stream, because people can't find this game on search. The puck will get picked here. So again, we're going to see another puck, this time not on Wish, but on J178 instead. No, actually, it's going to be a Pikachu puck again. Now, Thunder is starting here again in favor of Wind and Rain, though. A Spectre pick out of J178 then. So Spectre it'll be. I think PL, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 80% sure PL is fantastic against the Spectre here. Let me just double check. You know what? I will switch to the stream title then. So there's the Viper pick, at least for the break. Out of Wish, though, so that does leave him a break. Sorry, I had to update the stream title there, apparently. Let me just make sure. This isn't really Pavaga anymore, though. Is it? Yeah, it's their former roster. They don't have an active roster anymore. This team's disbanded. So I feel like that's a little inaccurate. They went by J178 during the major qualifier, so I'll just change it back because that makes a bit more sense to me. I don't want to, even though they are the exact same ex-Pavaga Gaming roster, I feel like it's a little bit You know, I don't know if Pavago wants them. Anyway, that's all. I'd rather not even mess with it. So they go by J178 for now, as far as I know. So the team has left as of March, according to the Wikipedia page. So thank you for the update, but we'll leave it as Wind and Rain. We're gonna leave it as is. Alright, well, oh goodness, yes, I remembered to change the overlay this time. Yes, and we go to our match. Right, I did want to check one thing real quick, and that was going to be the Spectre count. Obviously, the Viper is very good because now she can't stand and fight as she might want to in the Nether Toxin, which has a very generous AoE. So we go Spectre. No, there's no new illusion-based heroes there. Actually, as I imagine she'd do quite well with them with a pretty standard build, but. In any case,
just what I was waiting for.
Yeah, the Viper is just a fantastic pick there. I think it can definitely still work this game. It's going to be a mid lane Viper. How does he do against a mid puck? I'd say so-so. No passives to break on her, but trading with a Viper is going to be always not too favorable, thanks to the corrosive skin, which is going to be quite annoying. Always canceling the blink daggers as well here on the puck, so it might be a good 4-staff game here instead of the blink early on anyway. Sneakwa will be now relegated then to the off lane to make it work. So they've, I think, yeah, it's Sneakwa here on the 4 Lesh. The last time he made fantastic work happen on the position for Wyvern. I'm sure we'll see some great plays again here out of Nico. He's taking a lot of harass damage here. Is happy to Urara. Stolen 4 strength here, so he's going to be ticked down here quite low. So here we go with the break already. Another Toxin leveled first, but the deny there on Pikachu is going to get that deny first onto the range creep, as it's going to be some try-on-try action up top lane. Boogie again on the axe, Niqua, and Grimstroke here up against Happy DUR, Palentinos, and Bignum. Undying though, he much like a Titan, he does like these tri-lanes though, because it's just more strength for him to steal. He's like, alright, sick. You know, this hero is still quite strong early on with early levels. So 16 strength stolen here. Whoa, no, 8 strength stolen. Battle hunger, that's what he's getting that move speed from. So yeah, he totally is a mind. Of course, the space he got from Wind and Rain is quite nice. They're not going to give him the opportunity to ever get, you know, 12 strength with a single decay. But it's a hero that definitely doesn't mind these rougher lanes. It's 320 max HP now on the Leshrac with, what is that, 6 strength total to his name. And that hurts. You can get that lower as well, as we might actually get... he's got no mana going now for the salve. So it's kind of rough to salve when you've got this much strength stolen, especially early on, because it's less effective. So you can see bringing him to half HP. So that'll scale up nicely as well when he does get the strength back, but he's going to keep stealing it for now. Let's check on our bot lane, which we haven't seen. The Abba versus Nefrit here. There is a Sentry Ward placed down. The Silence could be quite good against Nefrit. He's likely going to go for the same build last time, which Twitch chat flamed me for, correctly so, when I failed to see the power treads in the inventory of Nefrit and said, oh look, he didn't build boots, lol. So I think he's going to build boots again this game, but first deciding they're unnecessary, almost getting already that spooky silence onto the Weaver. again, just the battle hunger makes it so much easier for these supports to get him a few more auto attacks, making trading that much nicer. Boogie, though, has done a great job of forcing Palantimos here off the wave, and I believe that's the Fate's Edict. Like I said, you don't need actually vision here to hit through, so you can go through Fog of War as they get a few more explosions on. But level 1 Edict's not requiring a whole lot of mana, not doing a whole lot of damage. It's just right. It's like the Goldilocks of spells. Just going to miss there on the Stroke of Fate, dodging both in the same direction. More Big Nut and Happy DUR going forward now with the Ink Swell onto himself. Will catch himself in the Bramble Maze. Boogie running forward here. Doesn't even have... Oh, he does have boots. I was going to say, how is this Mad Lad this fast with the sports here? That's a huge Stroke of Fate. Now likely to be a kill here on Happy DUR. Indeed it is. Neek will get in a few lucky bounces there with the Edict Explosions, as they'll send Palantimos onto the tower here to farm alone. Boogie now quite strong. Is still only level 2. Well, now 3. Thank you very much. Caster's Curse, by the way. But because of the tri-lane, everyone here leveling up quite slowly. As First Crown is applied, might get one more auto attack in here. Ooh, doesn't quite get it. Not going to die either to the Battle Hunger, and eating a few auto attacks out from that tier 2. Definitely not ideal. Nice split earth there, but the Spectral Dagger getting thrown is not going to warrant a rotation out from the Spectre. Wants to keep farming underneath the tower. Does okay as as a melee hero under tower. Has the benefit of the Quelling Blade. It's still not too easy though, because Desolate doesn't really generally help you last hit with creep. It will help you against heroes that are all alone though. No levels on the Desolate either. That's why you don't pick it up, actually, because it doesn't help you last it. Soul Ring here for the Spectre queued up though, interestingly enough, just to be able to maybe last it a bit with the dagger, as Boogie will eat a Cursed Crown here. Plenty of damage as well. 12 strength stolen makes him a bit easier to deal with here in the lane. DUR again, stealing a bit more. Is that 16 strength stolen? It is. 500 max HP now on our axe, stealing half of his strength. But it's hard to keep those stacks up. They do time out and decay. Pretty mana intensive, has a long cooldown as well. As Boogie, Cursed Crown again will connect with some of the Spectral Dagger this time. They are chunking through that man, as he's got very little HP and very little armor to back him up as well, which makes him even easier to kill. As Happy DUR eating a bit of the Edict Explosions here, but has drawn the Creep Wave with him. Was able to tank up a few more of these. Nice split earth now. Will catch the Creep Wave and a few CS as well, as Happy DUR continuing to chase. I don't think he quite caught him there with that decay. I could be wrong. It looks like he has, actually. Cursed Crown again, but that's another Edict here. Can they get a kill? The explosions will continue after he dies, so they need to get out of here. And they're going to be okay. But a lot of space created there, just for a position 4, I suppose. So it's not too bad, actually. Viper CS in here, 38-0. Just, you know, Nether Toxin. He's got the ulti ready, no levels whatsoever in the Q. What's this called again? The Poison Attack. I probably could have guessed that if I had tried. Nephrit down here, now level 6 against Petashara. You need to be careful though. I mean, something before they start running at each other top lane, something that's pretty unique about this Weaver here is that at level 10 he's got that pretty sweet 35 XP gain talent. He's going to get that even quicker. And because you are tri-laning top, which you need to do, by the way, in this lineup, right? Simply because of how the drafts have turned out. So very well played to Wind and Rain, of course, because they've kind of forced this. That means that this Weaver is going to be so far ahead of the Spectre in levels, unless they can start getting kills top lane, which they are, thanks to the gank out from 1. Why? He's trying to run away here. I don't think he's going to be able to. There's a Soul Ring. But the nice call there. Not going to quite catch the Pug. Trying to juke in and around the trees. Now, as he dies, we'll get a nice bit of Ink Swell damage onto 2. The Cursed Crown has 4 heroes up top lane. No rotation whatsoever from the Viper here will result in all 3 heroes dying top here eventually. But a lot of committed, heavy commitment for that one there. Wish now, of course, going for the early Rod of Atos here it is. That item's changed so much. I mean, like, not really. It's kind of had the same purpose before. It was like a Omega Slow, and now it's just a root, which is kind of like an Omega Slow if you think about it. Just don't think about it for too long, because then you'll realize that I'm wrong. Nefrit here continuing to CS. Like I said, this level 10 talent's going to be huge for him. They're committing a lot of space top lane to try and get some farm on the Spectre, but I don't even think she wants to go for a Radiance build this game, to be quite honest. I don't know if, like, that's going to just be such a late Radiance on Spectre. It's spooky, and not just because it's October, but because, like, early game, then what's your damage? Puck, I guess, could potentially be the saving grace of this draft here for J178. The ABBA, of course, is always really nice to have, and it does give you fantastic kill setup here for Nefrit, because those are two silences that can't be blocked by Lincolns. So he's going to need to, I don't know, build a Yules? That doesn't seem very nice. I guess get a Lotus Orb here, maybe onto the Lesh, maybe even better onto the Axe, but he wants to build a pipe here ASAP, and then go straight into the Blink Dagger, I'd imagine. So he doesn't want to really be wasting too much time on that. I guess Nikwa then, with a Lotus? I mean, it's a good item, but not really fantastic on the hero. I think you just want to go for a Yule Scepter instead, as Nefrit will not rotate off top lane. There's going to be the swarm attacks. Is he able to dodge through the maze? Absolutely. Now Palantino's closing the gap there, trying to burn the armor. Does have the Haunt available now on the Spectre, but Nefrit continuing to go. There's going to be the coil as the Haunt gets dropped as well. Palantino's trying to survive here. They're trying to find the right Spectre. Nefrit was actually going to get that kill there, not even bothering to come out of the Sakuchi. Pikachu with a double kill, however, so they're going to give a bit of farm and gold to the Puck. But to shut down a Spectre, I think that's going to be quite worth it here. Level 7 still on the Weaver. And there's that Silence that's going to be pretty good against him. Still has the Time Lapse. We'll be able to use it. It's going to be a one-man split Earth there, as there was a nice phase shift in time. But the Edict Explosions here will make quick work now of the Undying. Getting level 8 to Nefrit. Getting closer and closer now. And he actually fought there with an Arcane Rune as well. So he's going to have another Time Lapse quite up shortly. That cooldown reduced by, what, 30%, I believe, with the Arcane Runes? It's a great fight. It's a great fight, but late game, I don't know, even late game is still a bit scary here against this Weaver. You will have fantastic lockdown against him eventually, as there's going to be the break now onto the Abbot. He's going to have to pop this ult manually, but there's no chance, because in comes the dunk, and he's already used the ult, you silly. Level 10 now on Wish. Has gone for the 044 build here, and of course the level in the ultimate. Gone for the 8% spell. Lifesteal is now hitting the 10-minute mark here. Getting caught in the Bramble Maze is Viper, unable to secure the bounty rune for himself, and they've actually sent Palantimos down bottom now in the Spectre. Full phase boots now complete. I mean, do you go maybe for a Manta here? What do you Manta, though? The bugs? The slows? I mean, obviously, this is going to be undispellable. What about Poison Attack? I guess you can dispel the Poison Attack and the Corrosive Skin, right? But that Spectre just kind of ruins, or I'm sorry, the Viper just ruins the Spectre. As Pikachu now farming top lane against 3 here. There's Nefrit. They have the Silence as well, trying to get that auto attacks out. High damage, but low attack speed on the Pikachu. Might be able to turn this 3-man Waning Rift as well, but the Edict Explosions do come out. Not wanting to break this leash, though. As Nefrit now running forward here with the Sakuchi. There's a phase shift available and an Illusory Orb here in 1 second. They just need to be able to run to it, but Nefrit, did he get the kill there? Oh, and Pikachu must have jumped out there. You are definitely damage immune. Show me this damage log, combat log. You are definitely damage immune. Fuck. He must have left. Yeah, loses phase shift immediately into the Scoochie. I mean, what else are you going to do there? It should be a level 1 phase shift, yeah, so it doesn't last that long anyway. That's why I was so surprised. So yeah, obviously she came out of phase shift because it's a level 1 phase shift. What are you expecting? Fair enough. Great bit of aggression out from Nefrit. Now level 9, they get the tower there with the Fate's Edict as well. Has been maxed 1-2 build here, or 2-4 build rather, on the Leshrac. Nicely done for him. Spectral Dagger onto Nikwa, trying to get him away a bit further. Wish here at level 12 compared to the level 9 here on Puck. I just want to take a look at last hits here for a second. I promise I'll switch it back to net worth, so please calm down, Twitch chat. You guys get so upset whenever casters have the last hits up past 10 minutes. Big, I'm going to get an additional one on a killing spree now. He's going to be broken though. Aphotic Shield trying to keep it alive. The Nefrit dominating now. Boogie as well jumping in here as well. Pikachu is going to be able to drop down at least the Dream Coil onto 2, holding them back here for just a bit longer. But the thing I want to point out here on the Well, maybe not yet over. Is applying the breaker. Poison attack finally leveled. They don't have any... Whoa, canceling the TP because they do have a stun here. And it's onto Nikwa. Fate's Edict dropped here as well as they're now Nefrit is securing the kill onto the Undying. Nikwa gets the tower as well. Just real quick, stop fighting, damn it. At least now Palantimos has finally overtaken Nefrit in terms of CS. He's gotten a bit of space to farm and catch up. But still, that's not going to be reflected too nicely here in net worth. It is going to be on the bottom half as below even the Axe. And they were both in the same lane there, tri-laning together. Of course, the objective of that lane was not to get Axe farmed, but merely to shut down the Spectre, and mission complete. The Spectre sufficiently shut down, is going to be farming here somewhat nicely. Why? Still on some CS here and there, but Viper's now returned to just bully Spectre out of the jungle, and what is she going to do against Viper? Nothing. Two heroes down bottom now. Maybe trying to defend this tower. Boogie showing Nikwa hitting in the trees, and Wish now TPing through as well. They could potentially have a kill here. There's going to be the call. They need to get this down. This Nether toxin the damage. He's going to have that break though, being able to apply that one manually. Now that team fight breaking out. Tombstone dropped. What level is this? Level 2. He's gone for the 1-2-2 build here on the Undying at 6. They need to focus on this Tombstone. It actually does a little bit of slowing here at only level 2. Nefrit here now has rotated through, trying to find anyone here. Has he built boots this game? Absolutely, guys. I see him this time. They're in the same slot as they were yesterday.
Just what I was waiting for.
As we will continue to chase Abba now. Borrow time here on cooldown. Boogie jumping forward with the Cursed Crown, getting away from his teammates. Nefrit going to end up walking into it, though. I don't believe they have detection here, as the Bedlam will get popped just defensively to try and escape here. It's going to be the last tier 1 down now here in favor of Wind and Rain, rather, as they have yet to lose a tier 1 themselves. They're playing this one fantastically. Again, these early aggression lineups, Wind and Rain, honestly, it's great against them. They just play these so great. I feel like trying to draft for the late game against Wind and Rain is kind of a little bit of a risky business here. It's the silence. They're going to catch 2 here. Nefrit will scout out Palantimos as well, getting in a bit of the damage here. Look at that, breaking the armor on the Spectre, and all of a sudden, with only 2 levels in the Desolate, she nearly has nothing. I'm sorry, in the Dispersion, that is now Lesh turning, trying to fight. Did get off this Edict Explosion, so they can't stick around and fight too much longer here. As waiting for Pikachu will be Nefrit. Now using the time lapse, securing the kill onto Puck there quite easily. I am just so surprised that that Nefrit's able to get kills consistently here on the Puck. It doesn't seem like that. How do you get away from a Weaver? Just be extremely mobile. Let me think. Is there a hero more mobile than Puck? Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit, maybe? The spirits are pretty mobile. More so Storm. I guess I listed them in reverse order. There's the Silence, though. Big damage out with the Veil of Discord. What's his level 15? No Veil yet, actually. Has gone straight Blink Dagger, then, so getting even more mobile, then. As maybe that's the missing item they need. Somehow, Nefrit able to close the gap here quite consistently. There's a call down bot lane here. Onto the Abba they go. Maybe just trying to force out the ulti here. Going to be a bit difficult. Now silenced up his axe as well. As we get a quick pause. I have been calling it Fate's Edict. What is Fate's Edict? Fate's Edict is the freaking... It's the Oracle W. You right. Yeah, Diabolic Edict. Well, it's because you just call it the Edict no matter what, but Fate's Edict sounds so much better because it secures kills, while Fate's Edict just disarms and gives 100% magic resistance. 100% magic resistance. Not immunity, though, interestingly enough. Well, that's a big mistake. Well, it's okay. At least this time I noticed the boots on the Weaver, who has now got themselves a full Maelstrom, has taken that level 10 talent. So let's take a look here at hero levels real quick. Compare the Weaver to his counterpart here, Spectre. 13 compared to 10. A 3-whole level advantage in favor of Nefrit, which will only get quicker thanks to the XP gain talent, as now they know someone Invis is here, and it's going to be the Lesh. Should be an easy kill here. Diabolic Edict on cooldown. Will get used, actually, but they're going to be able to leave that area pretty safely. Tier 1's down. Wind and Rain have yet to group up and push for a Tier 2 yet.
Just what I was
A little bit of space here for the Spectre. There's Palantimos. Has queued up now the Radiance and has farmed up quite nicely, actually. Still just below Boogie, so still on the bottom half in terms of net worth here. But slowly but surely we'll begin to recover much, much faster once that Relic is up and the Radiance is complete. Level 10, though. 10 talent, of course, you're going to be taking those stats, those sweet, sweet stats. It's Pikachu, down bottom, blinking in, silencing the Waning Rift. Good damage there, so they'll get a kill onto Abba. Nice split earth here. They might be able to get something onto Puck here, as the phase shift not going to be used. Way too much damage getting pumped out there. They do get a kill onto Petashara as well, down bot lane here. Would like to see how this one goes. Just broken, maybe into the call. Looks like, no, just 2 spins necessary there. Plenty of auto attacks to do the taunt. And looks like no ult, actually. So 2 big kills across the map. They just need 2, maybe 3 heroes there for the Abba, but only 2 for the Puck necessary. As Pikachu gets a bit aggressive, but space created at least for Palantimos, who nearly now has enough money for the Relic. Top tower here, way under attack though, as Diabolic Edict making pretty quick work of this. TPing coming through right onto where Nico was standing. They've got vision of him down here. Into the Bramble Maze he goes, trying to dodge out into the trees. Split Earth casts it on himself. There's the ulti as Petashara wants this kill. He's not messing around, but Nefrit here as well, as there's going to be the Edicts now used. Good damage here onto the Abaddon, taunted up, has used these ulti already, remember. The Hood of Defiance keeps him alive a bit longer here. Stroke of Fate just not long enough there. There's a nice Bramble Maze. We'll connect onto 2 from the Willow hiding out in the trees. But the Lash gone now, and that's a bit of your pushing power gone. Not all of it, of course, because you do have Viper and Nefrit who push pretty hard. Speaking of Nefrit, they're going to be dropping the leash on him. Going to time-lapse that back, but he will get stunned. But wants nothing to do with that. They definitely had plenty of lockdown there. Puck holding onto the Waning Rift there. May have had a kill if they had gone for it. They've had a pretty consistent setup, though. If they Waning Rift after they've got like 2 or so stacks of the Aphotic Shield on. Or, sorry, the Curse of Avernus. 2 stacks of Aphotic Shield. That's some scary stuff right there. Nico responding will now join the team once again. As I hear a call. Getting aggressive here is Boogie. But again, just barely staying alive here thanks to the Aphotic Shield. Miss Coil, still not enough, though. Boogie with the dunk onto Big Num. Bottom as well. There's Nikwa as the Phantom. Will not find Pikachu. The call, however, will. They're going to be able to hold him down. The Inkswell not going to connect, and there's a Tombstone now on the high ground. 20-minute runes have spawned as well. Pikachu now into the open arms of Wish, who does not have a Route of Atos available, or maybe got phase shifted. Because there they go now onto the Tombstone, having to take care of that before they try and get any more kills. But no Dream Coil, so maybe now they're able to get the high ground, or get a Tier 2 at last here on the side of Wind and Rain. Slightly concerning they haven't been able to do so yet. Not the biggest concern. Like I said, they still push great, fantastically at every single stage of the game, but Palantimos now all of a sudden has finally overtaken the Abaddon and the Axe to secure the 4th, soon-to-be 3rd position in net worth, as we finally have the Relic completed. We still need... this wave actually should be the Radiance recipe as well. Right? 1050? Oh, 1350 actually. It's not going to be enough. Boogie as well with a huge wave here, landing 2 spins. Spectral Dagger to try and escape into the trees. Likely will be able to, but that is a very scary moment there for the Spectre, despite you being the Ghost and this being October. The real scare comes out when Boogie blinks in on you. Take a look at this Puck now, as we have a full pipe of insight finally up on Abaddon. Here's Puck, just jumping around. So hard to catch him. Gonna be going for Dagon early on, but skipping out on the Veil this game. I think Veil is a fantastic pickup this game, to be quite honest. I'm surprised they're going to skip it. Maybe just needing a little bit more oomph to secure kills, especially onto Nefrit. Burst damage going to be quite good against him. Yeah, there's a case to be made there. I could see it. Nefrit now with a DD rune here has a bit left yet on it, as he will scout Petashara up top lane. There's going to be the armor throw down into the call as well immediately with the ulti, but not going to be able to purge off that taunt. Undispellable, that Berserker's call. Looking forward is Pikachu. Gonna scout Wish, just casually finding his why. Go ahead and ink swell up his tombstone, dropped onto the high ground there. An unreachable place unless they've got the vision now. Finally the Haunt comes out. Is it the Radiance? It is! The Radiance reveal out from J178. Let's see if they can make anything out of this. Why? Finally will die here to Palantimos, getting his likely second kill here in the lobby actually is. Now they're going to be able to get the Lesh as well. They have gotten the Abad in here, but the Tombstone zombies continuing to work their way down here and it's slowing them as Nefrit could be in a bit of trouble. That's going to be the first life gone, deleted as Palantimos trying his best now. The call is not going to catch him. Missed call, catch me in the voicemail, he says. As now, at least Willow likely to die here into the Shadow Realm, trying his best to TP out, but the damage is too much from Nefrit. So they'll only get 2 there, a 4 and a 5 for a 4 and a 5. So not all too bad considering, but you do have to recall that there was an Aegis up on the Weaver, who does lose that. That being considered, I think it's still not great for 178. I think when you're, I don't know actually, because it's not as easy as chess, unfortunately. It's in chess, you know, if you're winning, it's always best to trade pieces. But Dota's a bit more complex than chess, I would say. Just a bit, as Nefrit now godlike, Phantom's Embrace, able to get Puck there, despite the 4-staff now available. I'm glad she went for a 4-staff over the straight Dagon. Don't get me wrong, chess is still very complicated as well. I used to play, and, you know. But at some point, I mean, listen. Chess is a very old game. It's a classic, but, I mean, a bit more. Dota just has a few more intricacies. You can't buy items in chess, can you? There you go. Checkmate. Checkmate, chess lovers. Alright, Wind and Rain going to smoke up here as they will scout Palantimos out farming. Boogie with the jump forward. Not going to catch anyone here else with the spins, but the stuns and the CC is absolutely perfect there. As a few other creeps there for the Diabolic Tedic Explosions to bounce to. It's going to be an easy kill, but she already does have buyback here on the Spectre. Going to be going next for Blade Mail. That's a playing from behind Spectre item if I've ever seen one, but it's a good one. I mean, there's a reason why it's always purchased, but it's hard to be playing from behind a Spectre too. Again, this Viper is just absolutely tearing through the Spectre. Maybe a BKB earlier is going to be better, at least so then you can try and fight inside another Toxin. It's not ideal, but better than dying. So far so good though for Wind and Rain. Nico might be in a bit of trouble navigating here through the Bramble Maze, but has the Tombstone zombies to slow him down, but still quite fast actually. Missing a bit of armor as Boogie now looking for the re-engage. The Bramble Maze, he probably doesn't end up, yeah, there he goes. Not the ideal jump there, as Petashara is there immediately with the Dispel. Boogie trying to find Pikachu here with the call. Not going to be in time, but they've got 2 here on the back lines with the dual Viper Strike as well. Now the break applied onto both heroes. Manually triggering the borrow time, but dunking onto the Willow. Now running for his life as the Abaddon has very little armor to the bugs and no life left either. Nefrit beyond godlike. Again, just like a repeat of game 2 yesterday. Just 10-0-2. So high up in levels. Level 20 now, and again, let's take a look at the Spectre. Level 15, a full 5 level advantage here, which would give you, I mean, maybe probably you go for the 500 HP here, I think, on the Spectral, on the Spectral Spectre. On the Weaver, though, 4 swarms to attack is going to be the build Nefrit prefers. They'll lose the tier 1 tower, but they go, yeah, you fools. That just gives us a fortify to push your tier 3 now. He's immediately going there with that fortify. And able to get this tower down quite quickly. There's no Desolator up on the Weaver, but you do have now a 10-second BKB. Satera is getting channeled, pump faking that one just a little bit. Happy Dior does have the Tombstone, but no Flesh Golem available. As there's going to be Dagon completed. Dagon 1, that is, on the Puck, but your top lane of Barracks already deleted. It's going to leave Puck without buyback as well. Has Spectre got anything now?
Just what I was waiting.
BKB, nice. I think that's going to be way better this game. They might actually be able to take a fight. Those will get much more difficult as the cooldowns, of course, on another Toxin are pretty ridiculous. You can just have like 3 down at once. I think there might even be... No, it's another Toxin. Silences talent. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's going to be at least an item to maybe help against the Viper, who's just casually going to start hitting an item here. Meant to hit the root there onto the Ancient Black Drake. What did Drake ever do to you, man? Surprised this ward didn't get scouted, actually. It must have, unless they missed it there on accident. Boys, come on. You got to know there's a... What? Does that not give vision at the very end of it? Of the Stroke of Fate? Whatever. Diabolic Edict now to take down the Shrine. Roche going to be back up here in just about another minute. As getting silenced on accident is Nefrit. Perhaps a bit upset there, but there goes that Shrine already. Wow, didn't go for the D ward actually. Oh no, they did. They did. I'm an idiot. They just probably didn't have a sentry available. Wow, that's an early Axe here on the Axe. I didn't even notice he was building one. Fantastic item. Reduces all outgoing damage, reduced by 30% here, as Pikachu will be cutting the waves. Is one of the better heroes to be doing this. Incredibly hard to catch her. As Nikwa is searching between the trees, will find the Puck a bit too late. So nice positioning there with the Force Staff and the Blink Dagger and the Phase Shift and the Jaunt. But BKB, great item, reduces all your damage by 30% until you last hit something, but as well as the slow is insane. 25, that Battle Hunger DPS is something else. There's going to be the call now, on they go to the Viper. He's going to be able to manually activate that ultimate, as he's going to be silenced anyway. Now there's going to be the Spectral Haunt, onto 2 they go, as Invis is going to be the Grimstroke here, the Fear. Going to be distracting Boogie for a bit, but they've found the Grimstroke now, and this Desolate damage doing good work. He's able to drop the leash onto 2. But he's got no team for a follow-up. He's actually going to buy back here as the call is huge. Onto 4, onto the Axe they go. They've gotten the Mariska. That's going to be dead now. Nefrit popping his BKB. The time-lapse as well. Trying to get a little bit more out of this fight, as they've only been able to get 1. Oh, that damage out of that Weaver is a bit scary. Level 22, but that's a 10-second BKB popped. And you've actually gotten a buyback. It's not out of the Axe at least, but that's your position 3 down for quite some time. Good fight there out of 178. I don't think Puck died there. I think that is a falsehood. That is fake news there, that Puck death. 3,000 damage there on the Weaver, but most importantly, just about the same here on the Spectre, being a much lower level. In fact, I'd be surprised, yeah, Weaver still maintaining that 5-level lead here, has now the Orchid. The BKB, I mean, while he's basically untouchable for that BKB duration, absolutely, he's still not got the solo damage output to kill a Spectre, especially with an Undying at her back. And an Abba, before you even bring up the Undying. Still needs to be careful, though, because they do have some BKB piercing lockdown. Of course, Dream Coil is going to be really annoying against them. Especially with Axe, at least will be a whole lot better. Well, you need to get the Axe, right? Oh, then you've got something. For now, they're going to go for the Roshan play here. The cheese is available. You don't have a Hans, but Pikachu might be able to jump in and snatch this Aegis away. Actually, just nearly perfectly timing this as in goes the Spectral Dagger. It's going to be Nefrit grabbing that, but now Boogie jumping forward. He's only going to catch the Mariska. There's going to be the Tombstone now on the high ground as getting leashed up. R2 into the dual Viper Strike as well. BKB finally on the Spectre is available. Now fight me now, you cowards. I've got my passives. She's now taunted by the Axe. Will now go and retreat a bit into the open arms of Nefrit, waiting for here. The armor, the minus armor is insane. They're going to be able to get the kill onto her. Nefrit still 12-0-3, as they're all ultimately unable to kill a single person here on Wind and Rain. I thought that was going to go a whole lot better there for the Spectre, and this might be closing in on J178 as Boogie nearly catching Pikachu out there without buyback either. Spectre no buyback here for 30 seconds. Luckily she's such a low level that it's still that low, but immediately perching off that Silence's Wish. Now going on to Puck there with the Phantom's Embrace. The beautiful follow-up there from the Splitter. And now the call onto Maresca. Here's going to be Petashar trying his best to keep the rest of the team alive, but Boogie jumping forward will be able to stun up that one. And still Silence never there. Now getting a double kill. Getting the kill there with the Sakuchi, and straight onto the tier 4s they go. There's another call here. He's going to reach the Undying, taunted, Silence, dunked. Goodbye. But hello again, by the way, because he's got buyback. Spectre now available, now respawn. The Haunt is available, is what I meant to say. And they're going to need to commit a lot to it here. Wind and Rain looking to close it out, make it a 2-0 as Silence will be Nefert. He's got that BKB, as well as still the Aegis actually. He's going to go straight onto the Tombstone, knocking that down immediately. Palantino's now BKB as well, but leashed up. Seems like he's got very little he's able to actually do into the fountain for half of that BKB duration, as immediately Petrashara, well, not immediately, but immediately after the borrowed time, he's going to die. Buying back now, but the throne under attack. Wind and Rain. There's going to be another Haunt as the last-ditch effort, but they've actually used the correct one up. After you are no Tombstone to drop here. No one hitting the racks actually is to terrorize here. There's going to be a dunk, however, onto Happy Diuara, and Spectre now dead, likely to be GG here. Look at this. Nefert still tanking up here, still has an Aegis as well. Dream Coil onto 3 is great out from Pikachu. But Petashara now going to be one of 2 lone survivors. That's the ultimate there, manually triggered, as I think that's going to be GG called. Willow disconnecting as Wind and Rain take a quick 2-0 victory here. Shout outs to these guys. Again, these early execution, these early fighting lineups, they just play them so well on the side of Wind and Rain. They're really great with an early tempo, these guys. You do need to be careful against it. Shoutouts to these guys. Late game as well. I don't mean to discount their play in any pace of the game or discount their opponent's play either, because they still played fantastically, but this draft here, I think, was just really great. You just put so much pressure here on the Spectre, and then Nefert's more or less able to get away with some mildly contested farm down bot lane. Of course, with that 10 talents, though, that just plays even more into their favor, as he's 8 levels ahead of the Spectre by the end of the game, actually maxing out at 25. Fantastic game out from Wind and Rain, and they'll be able to take the series 2-0. Do stick around, guys. We have our other game here coming up in a little bit here, just about an hour and 15 minutes as of the time that I am reading this. But that's going to be our other matchup here. Let me go ahead and find our bracket. I know it's going to be Team Unique? It should be Team Unique against, who is the Group B winners then? Team Unique against Nemiga Gaming. So that's going to be starting at, should be 1800, right? No, 1500 CEST. And then after that, we've got one more match. So do stick around, guys. Thank you for joining me. We'll be keeping the stream up for a little while here, so but feel free to go make yourselves a sandwich, come back, and join us for our second upper bracket round here in the OMG Cup. I've been Seek and Strike, bringing you the action. You can find me on Twitter at Seek and Strike Dota, or here on Twitch if you want to flame me. But I will eat some food as well here and bring you guys, or be back rather, for our next series. So see you guys then.
Whoa, we're gonna have fun with this little bubble. Uh-oh.
Добавь драйву.